Hi, everybody. Happy Feel Good Friday to you, my friends. How are you? Hello to everybody on YouTube who is already here, guys. The comment section is hopping. Hello, hello. Hi, Cecilia. Hi, Mary. Hi, Susie. Hi, Colleen, Gina, Anita, Cindy. It's so good to see you guys. How you doing? How is your Friday going? How's your week been? I hope you've had a good one. Guys, we excuse me, here where I am in East Tennessee, we excuse me, we finally got some rain. Some much needed rainfall happened overnight. I wish that it was still raining just because we could use a little bit more, but we did get some rainfall, which is fantastic. I keep looking at the window because it's still kind of like it's cloudy. It's just kind of, it looks like a fall day outside. You know how you just have those days where the leaves are not on the trees, it's all over the ground, it's kind of overcast, kind of gray outside. That's the way it looks today. And I would prefer some sunshine, but I got to tell you, I'm not mad about it because we needed some rain and we could certainly use some more. I know that the temperature is going to drop over the weekend, at least for me where I am. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to bundle up with a blanket and spend some time with Netflix this weekend. I hope that you guys are enjoying this fall as well. I know some of you don't get real fall. Nicole doesn't get real fall. It blows my mind. It totally freaks me out that she does not also get fall. So, where are our Facebook people? It's been long enough. Where is Facebook? There they are. Okay, just making sure because sometimes StreamYard acts a little funny. Susie's here, so I know Facebook is all here. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Ruth. How are you? It's so good to see you. All right, so it is Feel Good Friday, which is my very favorite day of the week. I've got so many things to show you in today's show, and I want to get right into all of that. So, first of all, it is really exciting for me to get to announce that I have more bead soup in the shop. You guys, I got more bead soup. So, listen, these sold out last week. Bead soup. This is 90% check glass, 10% just regular glass. There's no acrylics in here, nothing. This is a fun mix. You guys are helping me clean out my workspace here, and I appreciate it so much. The bead mixes sold out last week, and I was so shocked at how quickly they went. I was like, well, I've got a little bit more. I can bag up a little bit more. So in the Etsy shop right now, there are a few more bags of the check glass inspiration grab bags. Okay, so if you're looking for mixes of beady goodness, I've got mixes of beady goodness in a big way. These are let's see here, they are, I've got it written down, these are 10 ounces, so it's more than half a pound of mostly check glass, like I mentioned, right here from this room. So don't sleep on these because I only have a few more of these. I don't know if I'll be able to do this again soon or not. I will try, but I don't know. So just in case, if you're interested in grabbing some of these, I wouldn't wait too long. Also, in addition to that, I also have gemstone mixes. So you guys had asked last week if I was going to do the gemstone mixes, and I wasn't sure that I was going to have enough of the gemstone bead soup to do it, but I do. I have, let's see, these are 8 ounce. Are they 8 ounces? I guess they are. These are 8 ounces of gemstone bead soup. So if you don't want check glass and you just want gemstones, that's what this one is. It is full of gemstones. There is lots of agate. There is rose quartz in here. There are pieces of fluorite. There's carnelian. There's fire agate. Like, these are really nice. Now it's a smaller batch because I didn't have as much. But if you're interested in a bead soup that is nothing but gemstones, this is your go-to. And listen, it's not all chip beads. Yes, there are chip beads in here, but it's not all chip beads. I want you to be sure that, like, you're actually getting round beads in here that you can work with. It's not, I'm not giving you 8 ounces of chip beads. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, in the mixes, you guys, I have metal mixes, 8 ounces. So this is also, 8 ounces, half pound of metals. When I say metals, what I mean is pendants, full-size pendants, and charms. There are connectors in here. but it's mostly pendants and charms, and they're full size. Like, these are big. These are not just like wimpy little things. Like, you're getting full sized charms. No two bags are the same. There are pieces of antique brass, there's antique silver, there is gold color, there's a little bit of everything in these. So if you want the metal ones, grab those, because it's a lot, like a lot, and they're just fun. They're just fun. So thank you for helping me clean out. I appreciate it. You guys are helping me so much. So there are check glass mixes, gemstone mixes, and metal mixes all in the shop, guys. And they do sell out really quickly. So don't wait too long on those. You might want to go ahead and like grab those, because they won't be around. And I will try to do them again. It's just that, like, I like to kind of do it in waves, where, because cleaning out is like that, you know what I mean? Where I go through and I'll clean out and I'll make these like bead soup and metal mixes. And then I'll work with what I've got for a little while and kind of see, okay, well, these are the things that I'm using. These are the things that I'm not using. So then the things that I'm not using, I can separate out again. So hopefully I'll be able to do it again. I don't know that it will be before Christmas, but we'll see. We'll see. So I appreciate everybody who is helping me clean out my studio. I really appreciate it. It's making a big difference in here, so much so that I'm thinking that hopefully I can condense down to just one of these metal shelves and give the other metal shelf to Q, because he's got stuff he needs to put in here too. So I'm hoping that's the way it works out, but we'll see. I haven't yet tackled the closet, so say some prayers for me when it comes time to do the closet. All right, so everybody's saying the gemstone ones are sold out. Let me double check on that, because I just want to be sure that like I actually listed the correct number of those, because I'm pretty sure I did. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, they sold out. Wow, y'all, the gemstones are gone. Like, what? We haven't even gotten to the show yet. That's crazy. Okay, well, I hope you love them. I'll send them out to you soon. All right, now listen, if you didn't get a chance to grab those, that's okay, because I've still got plenty of other amazing things in today's show. So let's do our little housekeeping, our little speech, shall we? It is Feel Good Friday. That is my very favorite day of the week. Here on the Feel Good Friday shows, we focus on easy, fun, instant gratification jewelry that you can very easily recreate. I make that easy for you by putting everything you see in the show together in a kit form and popping that over in my Etsy shop. My team is here in the comment section, both on YouTube and Facebook, dropping links to those as we go through the show so that you can very easily find those over in my Etsy shop. You can add those to your cart, check out. I'll send them to you as quick as I possibly can. And we focus on simple things here on Fridays. Like I said, easy, instant gratification jewelry. So we keep our techniques simple. We do simple stringing, simple loops, wrapped loops, simple knots. We don't do a lot of hard things on our Feel Good Friday show, because I don't want you to go into the weekend feeling bogged down by new things that you've learned. I want you to go into the weekend feeling inspired to create some fun things out of what you already have while you wait on me to send you the cool kits. You can come back and watch this as a replay to be re-inspired and to re-show you how to put those kits together when you get them, right? Okay. I also have maker mixes on Fridays, which are small batches of beady goodness, things I don't have enough of to create an entire kit out of, but I still want to share those with you. I have a maker mix in today's show. I also have these new things that I've been putting in the show called a true DIY. These are a true do-it-yourself. And these are small. They're sort of like a maker mix, but not. These are small little mixes where I kind of had a project in mind, but it's just the beads. There are no findings. You use your own findings and own supplies. You can mix them with your other things if you want to. It's totally up to you. It really, truly is a do-it-yourself piece of jewelry where you get to be the creator. You get to be the designer. I've just given you some really awesome pieces, and you take those and run with those and come up with amazing things. So sort of like a maker mix, but not, because the maker mixes are priced a little bit lower. The maker mixes are more of just a mix where I didn't really have anything in mind. But the true do-it-yourselves are really kind of put together with creating in mind, like something in particular. So I'm going to start out with the maker mix. I'm going to show you the 4 true do-it-yourselves. And then I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 pairs of earrings, a necklace, and a bracelet for you guys in today's show. So you ready to get started? Let's do it. I'm going to turn you around. All right, friends, let's get right into it. So I'm going to show you today's maker mix. Ooh, sorry about that snapping. That was the tripod snapping on me there. All right, so our maker mix for today, this one is called Autumn Garden. I run out of things to call these little maker mixes. So if the names are lame, I apologize, but the mixes themselves are not lame. I can tell you that. This one's got some green aventurine, some red aventurine. There is check glass in here. There's crackle agate, goldstone, autumn jasper, and of course you've got some little charms and some metal beads in here. This is just a really pretty little autumn mix for you to work with. This is Autumn Garden, and there's only a handful of these, by the way. I didn't have a ton, so if you like this one, go ahead and grab it. It's really pretty. I like this one a lot. All right, so moving on to our true do-it-yourselves. All right, I'm going to start out with the one that I made in the very beginning of putting all of this together. And this one is the Pomegranate, a true do-it-yourself. I want to show you what this is built around. Check out this pomegranate pendant. I'm in love. Okay, first of all, fruit, charms, and pendants are everywhere right now. If you will Google like pomegranate pendants, you're going to see the most amazing things. Like there are really some cool pieces. Pomegranates, particularly this time of year, I guess it's considered like a fall harvesty kind of fruit, I guess. I don't know. I don't know enough about pomegranates, but I do know that these are everywhere. Not this one in particular. There are others that have like gemstones and there's sterling silver, and this one is just as beautiful. This is a substantial pendant. This is nice and heavy. It is really, really beautiful and definitely different. Danielle is actually the one who sent these to me. I've had these for over a year and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with them, if I wanted to create a kit around them myself, or if I wanted to just hang on to them and make finished pieces. I wasn't sure. So I put them together for you guys in a true do-it-yourself. So it is, as you can see, this beautiful pomegranate pendant. This might be a nun design. I don't know for sure. And I didn't put that in the description because I couldn't verify 100% if it was or not. But beautiful pomegranate pendant. There is a couple of check glass pieces in here. There are some gorgeous maroon bicones, as well as some red tiger eye, which is one of my favorites, and then a handful of garnets. So this is like a real deep red. This is kind of sassy and kind of moody. The reds here are very also earthy and very fall appropriate. So yeah, this is just a really nice little true do-it-yourself. I was thinking you could use this obviously as a pendant, and you could mix and match like your tiger eye with some bicones, pop in some of those beautiful garnets if you wanted to make like a second strand, a short strand out of the garnets, because there's a lot of the garnet beads in this. So you could do like a 2-layer, you know how we do sometimes where we make a 2-layer piece of jewelry, right? You could save some of the extra beads for a pair of earrings if you wanted to. Just an idea, right? And you don't have to put it together this way. This was just a thought that I was having, thinking that you could put it together like this, but you absolutely could make this anything you wanted to. You can make it a bracelet if you wanted to. Know that the pomegranate is hefty though. This is a weighty piece. Like this is probably not something that you would want to make a bracelet with unless you were just used to wearing lots of weight on your wrist. I really find this to be more appropriate for a pendant, but you do you, boo. Beautiful little do-it-yourself mix here. All right, so that was the pomegranate one. And I'm going to show you some more because we're not stopping. I've got more fabulous little do-it-yourself. All right, the next one up is the Hammered Moon. I love this one. I love this one. So this is a Hammered Moon from Nun Design in the gold color, which is absolutely beautiful. Also comes with a really awesome tension bead. I've had a strand of these for a while, and I thought this was just a perfect little addition to this because kind of has that AB, right? It's got that Aurora Borealis kind of metallic, shifty metallic that I'm in love with to it. You can see how it's got the blue and the green and the purple and the pink and the gold. So there's our little tension bead. We also have some little crystals to go with it as well. This little guy has that same kind of vitriol to it. And we also have this color, which I'm kind of obsessed with currently. You're going to see this color in another project in today's show. It's like a kind of frosted jonquil yellow, which I really, really love. There's some rondelles to go with this one. Now, again, you could create anything with this. The Hammered Moon is lightweight enough to work as a bracelet if you wanted to put this as a charm on your bracelet. If you wanted to, I'm seeing pendant necklace kind of project here, but it's totally up to you. There's enough beads here to make earrings if you wanted to, and just pop this guy onto a beautiful piece of leather or chain. And the same with this one. If you wanted to build an entire design just around this, I love the combination here of these blues and this funny kind of vitriol shadowy color with the tension bead. So you've got a lot of like possibilities here, right? A lot of possibilities, which I'm all about the possibilities. I love to see what you guys come up with. So these make me really excited. All right, sitting this one to the side. We're not stopping. I got two more of these true do-it-yourselves for you to see. All right. The next one up is one with a vintage piece and some shell-coated pearls. This one is super pretty too. So we've got a vintage fan pendant here, which is absolutely beautiful. This one comes with a real big chunky monkey faceted glass piece that is absolutely beautiful. Again, I'm kind of seeing necklace project here. There are also two little metal beads that you can mix in anywhere you want to, just to kind of take that metal all the way through your design. There are a couple of little bicones here in that kind of funny vitriol, like green irisy blue, and then some shell coated pearls. And the shell coated pearls are in two different sizes. So again, you could put this together to make a beautiful necklace if you wanted to. This is nice and lightweight. You could layer this with some other pieces if you wanted to. You can pop your little metal bead in there. You've got a rondelle that you could put in here as well. Like it's inspiring to me. So I'm always kind of curious as to what it is that you're going to do with them. But I'm seeing necklace, right? That's definitely my style. You create it and make it your style, which makes it so much fun. So this was the vintage fan. All right. Wanda says, I love it when Sarah lays out a design with these do-it-yourself kits. It really helps to visualize the possibilities. Exactly. I love that too. All right. I've got one more for you. That is one of the do-it-yourselves. Now, this one is really cool. This one I've been sitting on for a while. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to make it a full kit or if I just wanted to, to sell the beads. But this is Snakeskin Jasper. Look at this piece. There is something about that I kind of love. All right, so this one there's more of the Snakeskin Jasper. There's two pieces of preonite. There is a round agate, and then you've got some rondelles. Okay, literally create whatever you want to, but I definitely was thinking along the same lines as the others as a necklace. What's cool is that you could literally do this one this direction or this direction. I was kind of thinking this direction and maybe taking like two pieces of chain. You guys have seen me do that before, where you take two pieces of chain and then like hang something right here. Maybe your little agate bead, if you wanted to. Take your snakeskin jasper pieces and lay them out with the rondelles in between them. Right? You could use the preonite and extra rondelles to make earrings if you wanted to, or you could pop the preonite in there anywhere you wanted to put it, right? This is such a pretty little mix with lots and lots of possibilities. So this one's got, like I said, the snakeskin jasper, the preonite, and it also has a little agate piece that goes with it, as well as some rondelles, just to add a little bit of sparkle to it. Now this guy, like I said, you could do it like this, put some chain, or you could turn it this direction, just kind of like normal, I suppose, normal, right? And just do a straight necklace out of it if you wanted to, and then you still have your extra beads. You could use your preonite however you wanted to, pop the preonite in there, leave the agate out, use it for something else, pop the agate at the top if you wanted to, make the preonite a pair of earrings. Like, it's totally up to you, which is what makes these do-it-yourself little kits so much fun. But you're getting some really amazing beads here. I'm in love with the snakeskin jasper. It's just so cool. It really is just a neat bead. All right, so that was that one. All right, gonna sit this over here to the side, and we're gonna get started on our project. So I mentioned we've got 4 pairs of earrings and a bracelet and a necklace. Let's do the earrings first, because we very often do the earrings last. Let's do the earrings first and save the necklace and the bracelet, for the end. So Sam's had a hand in today's show, which I always love. Sam sent me these beautiful agate teardrops. You guys, look how beautiful these are. They're so pretty. Oh, yep. And because they're so beautiful, I didn't know what to do with them. And then I remembered I had these fantastic bead caps in my stash. And I was like, you know what? We're going to keep this simple. We're going to make these simple, elegant earrings, because these are going to make a fantastic holiday gift for somebody. If you are looking to give something, a little stocking stuffer, you want to do like a hostess gift, this is that, because this is truly instant gratification jewelry, but with the most beautiful beads. So it's luxurious all on its own. So I'm going to take my agate teardrop here, and I'm going to thread that onto our head pin. And then all I'm going to do is just take our bead cap and bring that down on top of it. And I'm going to do a wrap loop and add the ear wire. Done. Gift giving made so easy. Like, it does not get easier than that. All right, so I'm coming in with my, hold on, I got the troll hammer. I got you. I got one. Done. Was there more than one? Because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to come in with my chain nose pliers. I'm going to bend the wire over the top of the pliers. I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers. Going up and over. Rotate, take the wire over to the other side. You guys can tell I work with wire. Look at my fingernail. Can you tell what I do for a living? And I didn't realize how pronounced that was going to be on camera. All right, and then I'm just going to wire wrap in that space between the loop and the top of my bead cap. I'm going to come in with my cutter tool and trim off the excess and add my ear wire. Like, it doesn't get more instant gratification than that. It just doesn't. It doesn't. And these are all about those amazingly beautiful beads. Sam sent us, graciously, might I add, these amazing beads. There's some more in the show. So if you love this dark pink, I've got some more beautiful agate pieces in the dark pink in a bracelet coming up. But these are just simple, elegant, put them on, call it a day. Wear them with your blue jeans, wear them, dress them up, dress them down. So pretty. So pretty. So that's our first set of earrings for the show today. I'm going to sit these to the side. All right. Next up, I have, okay, so we're kind of revisiting. We're doing a little bit of revisiting today. Not just in the earrings, in a necklace as well. But you guys remember the elephant earrings that we did last week that sold so quickly? They were Colleen's pick, because Colleen has fabulous taste, of course. They were gold with the little Czech glass elephants hanging from them. So I loved that style, and you guys seem to love that style too. So I did 2 more kits that were very, very similar to those. This one is in our silver color with the blue tiger eye, which is actually like a teal color. Okay. So this is one, we're going to put that together. And then the other one I did in gold, which is also very, very similar. Also in teal, but with a beautiful kind of shifty blue purpley teal bead on the bottom. So 2 different listings, both go together exactly the same way. This one has 1 extra bead than this one does, but these 2 kits are available in the shop. Now, again, this was just like what we did last week. So I'm kind of copying what I did last week just because it was really popular. So if you liked that style, but didn't particularly like the elephant, this might be your go-to this week. So we're going to put the mates to these together. So I'm going to set the gold one to the side. We're going to do the silver one first. They do go together exactly the same way, but we're still going to do them. All right, so what I have here is, hold on, I'm missing a head pin. Where did my head pin go? I have to grab another one, which is fine because I've got them right here. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start down here with our heart. So we're going to put our heart onto a head pin, and we're going to do a wrapped loop. Now, anywhere I do a wrapped loop, you can do a simple loop if you want to. Grabbing the wire where it exits the bead, I'm going to bend that over the top of the pliers. Okay, I'm coming in with my round nose pliers. We're going up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then we're going to wire wrap in that space between our loop and the top of our bead. So I've got room for about 3 wire wraps. I'm going to come in with my cutter tool and trim off the excess. Okay. And then I'm going to use a jump ring, and I'm going to attach this to our decorative ring. So I'm going to attach that to the loop that we just made. And then I'm going to attach that here. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to take another jump ring. I'm going to attach that, and then I'm going to attach an eye pin to that before I close this back. So this is also attached to our decorative ring. I just dropped my pliers in the floor. And that's going to be on the top. This is where we're going to thread on our crystal spacer. And then we're going to thread on our blue tiger eye, cat eye, whatever you want to call it. It's man-made, I can tell you that. But look how beautiful. Oh my goodness. That's like what I imagine the aurora borealis to look like in the sky, which I've never seen. It's on my bucket list. But that's what that reminds me of. So pretty. All right, and then I'm going to do a wrapped loop, and we're going to add our ear wire. So coming in with our chain nose pliers. If you've seen the aurora borealis in person, can you verify that it looks like that? Can you tell me? Inquiring minds want to know. All right, up and over. Rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then we're going to wire wrap. Okay. And then we're going to come in with our cutter tool and trim off. Okay, and then we're going to add our ear wire to it, and this little pair is done. These are so pretty. Again, a great little gift, or if you've got a holiday party that's coming up and you want to wear something that's a little sparkly but not over the top sparkly, that would be this. Right, you've got those amazing blue beads, and then the beautiful little sparkle. Got a little dangle which says I like to have a good time at the holiday party. Little whimsical, right? All right, so this is the silver pair. Now we're going to put a gold pair together that goes together the exact same way, but I'm going to go ahead and sit these to the side. Okay. All right, so sitting these over here, And the gold pair, like I mentioned, goes together the exact same way. There's just the addition of one extra bead to this one, and that's this little guy right up here at the top. Okay, so if gold is more your thing, which is super crazy popular right now, then this might be the pair for you for sure. All right, we're going to start out exactly the same way. We're going to start with our bottom bead, which is this guy right here. We're going to put it onto a head pin. And we are going to go wrapped loop, grabbing the wire where it is exiting that bead, going to bend that over the top of the pliers. I got these gorgeous beads right here from our team member, Brooke. Brooke sent these amazing beads to me, so she helped in the creation of some of the kits today with her little beady contribution. She sent some really beautiful beads, so appreciating her 100%. This was the perfect bead for this and for a necklace. So if you like this bead, wait till you see the necklace that I've made for today's show where we are using this bead. Again, it's a really nice bead. I like it a lot. All right, coming in with my cutter to trim off, trying to get in there. Oof. Okay, tuck in. If you can't get in there really close with your cutter tool, always want to tuck in your end so it doesn't get caught on anything. All right, using another jump ring. So I'm going to take a jump ring between my pliers. Just going to twist to open that jump ring. Going to thread on our bead, thread that onto our decorative ring, and then twist to close that back. Okay, we're going to do another jump ring. So between two pairs of pliers, twist, attach that, and then attach our eye pin. Diane says, living in Michigan, I've seen the Northern Lights twice. Oh, they do look like that, but also lots of yellows, reds, greens, and more. A rainbow in the night sky. That sounds amazing. That sounds so wonderful. I want to see them. Oh, and eventually, I hope that I will. I've gotten better about this whole travel thing. I see more traveling in my future. So, all right. So this is where we are so far. We're going to take a crystal spacer, drop that one down. Okay. And then we're going to thread on a rondelle. Beads are calorie free, Susie. What a wonderful thing to remind everybody. Beads are cheaper than groceries. 100% eat beads. Beads are calorie free. Y'all, those are all things from the comment section, by the way. I did not just string that little thought together on my own. That is too funny. All right, so then you're going to thread your little lantern bead on the top. You're going to do a wrapped loop. You're going to add your ear wire, and these are going to be done as well. This is another really beautiful combination of colors here. It's not just the teal, but because of that kind of AB finish that is in both the crystal spacer and this awesome bead on the bottom, you've got pops of purple and green and pink, and it's just a really lovely, lovely combination of colors here. All right, I'm going to wire wrap. Thank you, Terry, for using our super stickers. I appreciate you so much. So much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to come in with my cutter tool and trim off and tuck in my end, add my ear wire, and we've got another beautiful pair of earrings. I've got one more pair of earrings, and then we'll do a bracelet and a necklace. The next pair of earrings are a little more understated. They're not quite so party oriented. Gosh, those are pretty. I love this color combo in this. So nice. All right, setting these to the side. We're not stopping. We've got more to go. All right, I've got another pair of earrings for those of you who like things a little less sparkly, but just as beautiful. I've got a pair of Aventurine earrings for you. This, again, is going to make a beautiful gift for somebody or just a gift for yourself. It's a beautiful little pair of earrings here. There's a little sparkle, but not a lot. It's not over the top. This is really just a nice, beautiful green Aventurine pair of earrings. All right, so I'm going to put these together. We are going to take our little donut bead here and a piece of wire. We're going to thread that on, And I don't want to bring it to the middle. I want to bring it about 1 inch to 2 inches from the ends. We're going to take the wires. We're going to crisscross those at the edge. Okay. I've got a short wire and a long wire. My short wire, I'm going to bend it so that it's going out this direction. My long wire, I want to bend it so that it's going straight up and down. Okay. So we're making kind of like an L shape with our wire. I'm going to come in with my bent. Thank you, Vicki, for using our super stickers as well. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to grab the wire. I'm going to take the short wire and I'm going to wrap it around the long wire about twice. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with my cutter and I'm going to trim off the rest. Okay, then I'm going to take some of these little baby rondelles and I'm going to stack those up. They're just a lighter color of that beautiful green. So we're doing 3 of those. Okay, and then we're going to pop a little bicone, little crystal bicone on the top just for a little sparkle. And it's an understated sparkle. It's not like a big bold flash, right? It's just a little hint of something. We're going to come in with our chain nose pliers. We're going to do a wrapped loop, so bending the wire over the top of the pliers. Come in with our round nose pliers, up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then we're going to wire wrap. Now, you can leave this just as it is and add the ear wire to it if you like a shorter earring, okay? So you can add the ear wire and you can save your 2 little Aventurine round beads for something else. You could make a totally separate pair of earrings out of them if you wanted to. Or you can add them to this just like in the original here. So I'm going to take an eye pin, twist to open, going to attach that to the loop we just made, and then I'm going to pop that round green Aventurine bead down on top. It does add a little extra length to the earring, but overall these are pretty short. These are not super long dangles, so it really doesn't make them like shoulder dusters by any means. All right, bending the wire. Thank you, Arlene. You're so sweet. You're so, so kind. I appreciate you so much. All right, we're going up and over. Diane says, can you explain how to use a caliper? I'm just not getting it. Absolutely. That's a really good question and something that doesn't take a really long time to explain. So let's do that here in just a second. I don't mind to show you that at all. Everybody could use a quick little lesson in that. I hope that mine is similar to yours. They have some that are digital, so it does all of it for you. I've got a digital one around here somewhere, but quite honestly, it's so big and bulky, I never reach for the digital one. So I just use the metal one that I've got. All right, I'm going to put up my ear wire, attach, and close that back. You've got a beautiful little pair of earrings, or 2 pairs of earrings, right? Depending on how you wanted to put these together. Because honestly, let's kind of break it down. So like I said, you could leave off the top bead and add the ear wire and make that 1 pair of earrings. And then you could use the 2 Aventurine round beads to make a pair of earrings. Or you could actually, and you could still do that, but maybe leave the, if you left the bicone off, right? And just made this a pair of earrings, take the bicone and add it to the Aventurine round, you could have a little sparkle there. So you could do 2 different pairs of earrings 2 different ways, or just 1 pair that's a little long, but they're so pretty and they're really lightweight. Really nice, lovely pair of earrings here that make a great gift for sure. All right, setting these to the side. Let's talk about the caliber here before we move on with anything. So here's the one that I have. Diane, tell me if yours looks similar to this one or not. This is what mine is. I got mine from Beadalon. They have the metal version and the plastic version, and you can get them from a lot of different companies. I've had this one forever. And like I said, I do have a digital one that does it for me, but it's so big and bulky, it's just not worth it. And the batteries, it's just a whole thing. This for me is just much more convenient. So the way this works, you're going to see it will slide open, right? And whatever you're going to be measuring, you're going to put between the 2 sides when you open it up. Okay. All right. Now the part that throws everybody off is how to read it, Because do you read here where the metal stops, or do you read where the line is? You're actually going to read where the line is. So let me give you an example. Let me grab a bead. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to grab a round bead or something similar. So this will do. Okay, so when you are measuring a bead, okay, first of all, what you need to know is that you are not measuring the bead this direction. You're measuring the bead the width where the drill hole is. Okay, because you're going to get two different measurements here, particularly with this bead, because this is not a round bead. So you're going to get two different measurements. The most standardized measurement is the drill hole. So in other words, when I am measuring this one, I'm not going to put it in like this. I'm going to put it in where the drill hole is, and I'm going to grab onto it where it's drilled. Okay. So that makes this obviously a bigger measurement. Okay. Where you read it is not this where the metal stops. It's actually that first line. So you can see that first line lines up with the line that is the 10, and the 10 is in millimeter measurements, right? The top is inches. So what we have is a 10 millimeter bead, or right under a ½ inch of a bead. And I don't know the standard little how to break that down any further. It's like almost a ½ inch, but not quite. But most bead measurements that you're going to find are going to be in millimeters anyway. So I never pay any attention to the inches mark, but you are using this line right here, not the edge of the metal, but that first little hash mark. And that first little hash mark lines up with my 10. So I know this is a 10 millimeter bead. Because it is a bead that has two measurements though, you may find that, okay, it's a 10 millimeter check glass fire polish round. You may find it listed as a 10 by, and the by is going to be the other direction. I just dropped this bead in the floor. Hold on. So then you would measure this direction, right? And that's going to give me a 9. So you can see that little mark. It's not at the 10, it's at the 9. So when you see this listed, if it has two numbers, it would be a 10 by 9 millimeter bead. Most of the time though, you're just going to get that 10 millimeter, and that is going to be the drill hole. Okay. It's always going to be the drill hole is going to be the direction that you're going to see. That's going to be the first measurement no matter what. So there you go. You gotcha. New little lesson here. I thank you for asking that question, because I don't think we've ever actually talked about that before. And it can be really confusing because the bead is being held. You would think you're going to start with like where the metal starts to figure out like where that is, but it's not. It's that first line. That's where your measurement actually is. So that kind of throws people off a little bit, I think. But if you look at it and you see your 0 doesn't start until the edge. So it's not the opening here. It's like, boom, right there is where the measurement actually starts. So that kind of explains why it's one little movement over. So yeah, I hope that helps. I really do. I hope that helps. Really good question. Really, really good question. Okay, so now we're going to move on. We've got a bracelet and a necklace to put together. We're going to do the bracelet first. Guys, it's in that beautiful pink, that amazing pink agate that Sam sent. Oh, so pretty. Now, we're also revisiting a design here for both the bracelet and the necklace. So let me show you how we're going to put this together. All right. We did something very similar to this in a necklace form not too long ago, where we have taken 3 beads onto an eye pin, and we've done them in doubles. So there's 2, and then 2 more, and then 2 more. We need to do one of them together, right? We're going to pop some large jump rings in between there. Okay. And then the rest of the length of this is just going to be these beautiful kind of coin. They're irregular coins because, you know, they're agates. And that's going to be the rest of the length of the bracelet, just a little chain of those together. So we're going to put all this together to make one bracelet. It's going to be really, really pretty. So we are going to take the rondelles. Each one of these is 2. So you're going to take 2 eye pins, right, for each section. So 1 eye pin gets 3 rondelles. And we're going to do a simple loop here. We're not going to do a regular or a wrapped loop. We're just going to do a simple loop. So I'm going to bend the wire right where it is exiting the bead. We're going to come in with our cutter tool. We're going to trim off, leaving ourselves about 1/4 of an inch of wire. And then we're going to use our round nose pliers. Grab the wire and roll back to create our simple loop. Okay. You're going to do 6 of those. And again, for each section, it's 2. So you're going to have 3 sections, 6 total of your little beaded links. This part of the bracelet is just these beautiful coins on eye pins with simple loops as well. Okay. We're just going to bend the wire where it is exiting the bead. And in with our cutter tool, trim, leave yourself about a 1/2 inch, or I'm sorry, 1/4 of an inch of wire, and then use your round nose pliers to roll back to create your simple loop. And those simple loops, at least for this section, you're just going to twist like a jump ring to open that up, and you're going to attach it directly to the other beads. So there's no jump rings going between these 4 agate beads. Okay. So they're going to link directly to each other, just a straight little chain of those. These, however, you're going to use these large jump rings. So you're going to take a jump ring, you're going to twist, and you're going to thread on 2 for one side and then 2 for another side. Okay, and then you're going to twist. Make sure you get a good closure on that. You don't want anything accidentally sneaking out on you. Okay, we're going to open another one. Okay, we're going to go through the loops on the other side, and then we're going to add 2 more. Whoops. Close that back, and again, make sure you get a good closure on that. Okay, and then 2 on the ends. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Diane. You're too sweet. You're not too sweet. That's not a thing. Being too sweet is not a thing. You are very sweet, very kind, and I appreciate you so very much. Don't ever be less sweet because I said you were too sweet. That is not a thing. That is not a thing. Look at me pointing with my pliers. That is not a thing. Oh, all right. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, listen, the 2 loops on the ends are going to jump around and act kind of silly on you until you get the rest of this bracelet put together. So just kind of know that they're going to act a little crazy on you until you get all of this put together. All right. So close that back. Okay. And now the rest of this is just attaching these 2 sides together. Pretty easy. We're just going to use some smaller jump rings to do that. So it's not going to be crazy hard. We're going to actually decide which side you want. I'm actually going to very gently open up this jump ring, and I'm going to slide on one of the loops here to attach that. So there's not an extra jump ring in between there. Okay. I'm going to put, oh, I didn't get that jump ring closed. Okay. I'm going to take a single jump ring down on this end. Okay. And then on the other end, I've got 3 jump rings. So you can configure your jump rings however you want to. You don't have to put it together this way if you don't want to. But I'm actually going to take 2 jump rings and attach to this bigger jump ring. So there's one. Here's the other one. And then I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to take it through both of those. Just like that. And then add my clasp to it. Now, again, you don't have to do it that way if you don't want to. You've got an extra jump ring because I doubled up the jump ring. So if you need to use that extra jump ring instead of doing it side by side, if you want to make your bracelet a little bit longer, you can add it here, or you can add it down here on the other end and use it to help kind of lengthen your bracelet out. So you don't have to put it together exactly that way. But look at our bracelet. Look how pretty. And I didn't add dangles to it because the beads were just so beautiful. But you could, if you wanted to add charms to it and like further personalize it, you absolutely could do that. So there you go. I love this one. Love this one. Sam, again, sent me these amazing beads that we are sharing with you. So pretty. So, so pretty. I'll attach the clasp. I love this. Love, love, love. So it's like a double strand on one part, and then the other part of it is just a single strand. It's just a really cool asymmetrical design. Now you could put this together however you wanted to. You don't have to put it together like this. Use these amazing beads in any combination you want, but that's how I put them together. So pretty. So, so pretty. All right, we've got one last design, and then we are going to be done for the day, guys. This is a pretty little necklace. This is a necklace style that we do very often together. And there's a reason why we do it very often together. Listen, you can only come up with so many different configurations for necklaces. I'm just being honest. This is the way bracelets are too, you know, and so sometimes you kind of recycle things, you know, your greatest hits, you have to recycle those from time to time. So we're putting together a necklace that's very similar to a style that we put together before, and that's okay. That's okay. It's all about the beads. All right. So remember, I told you guys we were going to use this beautiful guy again in a design. This is that design. So we are putting together a necklace. I've got a little connector here. We're going to take this guy and we're going to put it at the top, just like this. Okay. We're going to do a quick little beaded chain with some little dangles that are the same as this guy, and in that kind of frosted jonquil yellow, I don't know, but this color is just it's so pretty. To me, it is so pretty. So we're going to do a quick little beaded chain. We're going to build one together, right? We're going to do this little part together. We're going to do some little dangles. Okay, we're going to put it all together, and then down here at the bottom, we're going to do one of those little rondelles and a bicone, and we're going to take some chain and do some little chain drapes. Instead of hanging beads, we're going to do these cute little drapes. You'll see, it's all going to come together really beautifully. I love this. A lot of times with these things at the bottom here, we use beads, you know, for dangles, but I thought doing a little chain drape would be nice. So that's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to put this together. The length of this is just going to be some chain. You guys know the drill. So let's put this one together. So what we're going to do is we are going to create our chain first. So one side of my chain is already ready. You can see that it is 3 sections of 2 rondelles, jump rings in between with our bicone dangles that match this guy. Okay, the bicones are the same as this. So 2 of those are already ready. We're going to do one together. Okay, so we're going to take an eye pin and we're going to thread on 2 of those beautiful bicones, or I'm sorry, rondelles. And we're going to do a simple loop. So I'm going to, hey, Tim! Tim, did you get any rain? We got rain last night. I know that you're not exactly in the same place, but I know you desperately needed it too. All right, so we are, whoops. I didn't get my loop completely closed. So I have to help it just a little bit. Okay. All right. So there are 3 of those. Okay. one of our little bicones already ready. We're going to do one together. So we're going to take a head pin. We're going to thread on our bicone. We're going to do a wrapped loop. We're just going to be very careful because this is a bicone and you don't want to accidentally crack your bicone with your wraps or with your cutter tool when you come in to tidy this up. Okay, so we're going up and over. Rotate, take the wire over to the other side. Raining there now? That's fantastic. Hey, maybe if it'll rain a lot, you can have that bonfire, you know? All right, so there's our wrapped loop. We're going to come in with our cutter tool gently to cut off the excess because you don't want to hit that bead. Got to be careful. And then you also want to be careful when you're tucking in your ends too. Just be gentle. Okay, so there's our little wrapped loop. You're going to do a total of 4 of those. Okay, and then you're going to connect these together. So we're going to open up a jump ring. We're going to attach one of our, one of our little beaded sections and a dangle and another beaded section. And then we're going to close that back. Another jump ring. We're going to attach there. Add a dangle. And then our other beaded section. Okay, so you're going to do that 2 times to make the left side and the right side for your necklace. That's going to come off of this guy, right? Okay, now we're also going to do a little dangle here on the bottom of this. Let me move these out of the way. So we are going to, I'm missing some jump rings. I must have dropped everything. I don't know. I must have dropped this kit. Either that or a cat has been in here. All right, so we're going to take another head pin. It's all right. I got plenty of jump rings. All right, we're going to take a head pin. We're going to thread on one of our rondelles and one of our bicones. Yes, there is a certain opalescence to this piece. I love that word too. All right, and we're going to do a wrapped loop on this one as well. Okay, this is going to hang from this little bottom section here. So we're going to come in with our pliers, bend the wire over the top, coming in with our round nose pliers, going up and over. Rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and wire wrap. And then you're going to come in with your cutter, trim off. Okay. Tuck your end gently. You're going to use a real small little jump ring here to connect this guy. Now you could have wire wrapped it directly to it if you wanted to, but I just wanted to use, I found my jump rings, by the way. They were underneath my pair of pliers. I'm not crazy. I promise I'm not crazy. All right. Thread that on. And then we're going to attach this to that center loop. I'm going to have to open that just a little bit more on our little connector that's going to be our focal here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and attach our chain drapes to this before we assemble everything else. Okay, so we're going to use a couple of jump rings here. I'm going to use 1 jump ring. Sanity is overrated, says Kim. I got to be careful though. I had a lady make a comment the other day on YouTube and she was like, I used to think that maybe you had been drinking before these lives, but then I realized it was just your personality. It's like, yeah, I just like to laugh, you know? I just giggle a lot. It's kind of my default setting. I can't help it. I laugh when I'm nervous. I laugh when things are funny. I laugh when things are highly inappropriate. I'm just a laughing kind of person. I can't help it. But I promise I do not drink before these lives. She wasn't being mean. It was funny, but yeah, that was so funny. Ginger says, I vote for drinking. Hey, there's no shame in that game. All right, I'm going to take another jump ring and I'm going to attach it to the loop directly next to this one. And I'm going to thread on my end of my chain. Okay. And then I've got a longer piece of chain. Now, all these little pieces of chain are pre-cut for you in your kit. Okay. I'm going to thread on the end of my longest little piece of chain here. And I'm going to close this jump ring back. So it's holding 2 pieces of chain. Okay. Cindy says, humor and sarcasm are my superpowers, especially the sarcasm. Yeah, I am very sarcastic in real life. I try not to be very sarcastic here in the lives. But in real life, that is most definitely one of my superpowers as well, is sarcasm. Can't help it. Can't help it. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here on the other side. I'm going to take one of these shorter pieces of chain and I'm going to attach it. Okay. Just like that. And then I'm going to take one more jump ring. Okay. We're going to attach this piece of the chain attached to this little loop here. This will all make sense here in just a second. And then I'm going to take this longest piece and attach it to this one. And you'll see how this all comes together, because I know right this second it's like, what are you doing? But when it all comes together, this is what you've got. You have those 2 shorter drapes on the outer edges and then the longer drape on the bottom with the bead section. Now it hangs nicely. It doesn't lay so good on the bead mat, but it hangs really beautifully. Okay. So that's going to be the focal. And we are also going to attach our beautiful bead here, right? To pull all of this color together. So I'm going to take an eye pin, open that up. I'm going to thread that onto the loop that's on the top of our little connector piece. And then I'm going to thread on Devil's Advocate. When did sarcasm become a superpower, says Gloria. You know, Gloria, I'm not sure. I think we just say that just, to make ourselves feel like we're not jerks. And I'm not a jerk. I'm really not. But sometimes I say very sarcastic things and people are like, what? Are you being serious? I don't know. It's not really a superpower, but I mean, whatever you have to tell yourself to keep you from feeling like you're a jerk. I'm not a jerk. I promise. I'm not. I promise. All right. So I'm going to grab that wire and we're going to do a wrapped loop. This wrapped loop is going to be facing away from us because we're going to connect it to this jump ring that will be facing towards us. Cindy says, when your sarcasm reaches the fine edge, that's a superpower. Oh, goodness. Y'all are so funny. I love it. I love it. And I love that Gloria is playing the devil's advocate. That's fantastic. I love it. She's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on, everybody. Explain yourself. Gloria, you're my kind of people. All right, coming in with my cutter tool now. Now you can see that wraps loop is facing away from me intentionally. Okay. I'm going to come in with my cutter tool. I had to learn to be sarcastic because my kids are sarcastic. You know what I mean? I don't think I was always a sarcastic person. I think that I definitely honed that skill as my children grew into teenagers, and sarcasm is just kind of the language that they speak, and respectfully. Like you can be a respectful, sarcastic person. Does that make sense? Like I'm sarcastic, but I'm still very much respectful. Like I would never intentionally hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just not that kind of person, but had to learn that skill. All right. So we're going to take our larger jump ring here and we're going to open. We're going to thread on our focal. And then we're going to thread on each side of our beaded chain. So there's that side. And then Maybe it was a skill I always had, and I had to teach my kids how to be respectfully sarcastic. Maybe that's the way it worked, and I just didn't realize it was a hidden talent I had. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Look how pretty. This all comes together quite beautifully. And again, this is a style that we've put together several times, but it's a style that works. I mean, necklaces, you're not reinventing the wheel with a necklace. You know what I mean? You're just finding more beautiful ways to combine beads together and put them together. Is this the only way to put a necklace together? No, it's not. Is it one of the styles that we put together quite frequently here? It is, because it works. It's a very, it's a flattering style that looks good on lots of different body types. And again, we're not reinventing the wheel. It's not broken, so we're not trying to fix it either. We're really just kind of using different combinations of beautiful beads and trying to keep a fresh, make it fresh every single time. So for those of you who get bored with my designs, like, keep in mind, I make 12 designs a week, every week, 52 weeks a year, 12 to 14 designs every week, 52 weeks a year. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. I'm just saying. But most of the time for me, it's just about the beads, especially here on our Feel Good Friday shows, because we do a lot of very similar styles here on Feel Good Friday, because we don't really focus on new techniques. We try to keep things as simple as possible. Because I want you to have fun and be inspired by jewelry. I don't want you to feel like jewelry is a chore. I have a group for that. If you want to up your skills, I have the Hardwired group where we work hard, and we really focus. We're very technique driven. But here on our Feel Good Friday shows, I want you to feel good. That's what Feel Good Friday is all about. So, all right, just add and chain to this for the length. You know how we do. And there you go. You've got a beautiful, beautiful necklace. You can mix this one with some of your other favorite shorter necklaces if you wanted to layer it up, or it's just beautiful on itself. I agree. Whoever said, what was it? What was that word that you used? Opalescence. That absolutely describes this piece. There is something very intriguing to this kind of soft jonquil, and I keep using that because that really is kind of the color that they call this. Yellow it's like a soft jonquil. It's almost white, it's almost cream, but not quite. It has that AB finish to it, so it still reflects some beautiful colors off of it. And then this bead that has its own kind of blue, green, purple, pink to it. There's just something quite lovely about the combination here. So yeah, really, really pretty. It has a very dreamlike quality to it. You know what I mean? It's soft and just has these whispers of other colors that are not bold and in your face. It's very nice. Jessica says, like opalite. I agree. It's just beautiful. All right, so I'm going to turn you guys around. We're going to do a quick run through of everything that was in the show today, and then I'm going to let you guys go for your weekend. Can you believe it? Weekend is almost here. Just a couple more hours, and it'll be 5 o'clock. All right, so let's start out with this necklace since we just put it together. I know some of you would like to see what this one looks like when gravity does what gravity does. So I'm going to put this one on the bust so that you can get a look at it. And there you go, my dears. It's such a pretty piece. It really, really is. There's not a lot of beads here, but it doesn't need to have a lot of beads to really show off the most amazing beads. And those colors in this one, I love that combination. And I would not normally put these colors together, I don't think. It was just kind of on a whim that I mixed them together, and I think it worked out really beautifully. So there you go. There is our necklace. Wanda says, meow. We put together a beautiful pink agate bracelet. So beautiful. You have to be careful with this color pink because there's a fine line between beautiful ruby pink and kitschy. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful. But I think the agates, they nailed it. They nailed it, right? I love an agate because it could literally be any color of the rainbow. All right, then we had our beautiful little Aventurine earrings. These are so pretty. Make a really lovely gift. You could get 2 pairs of earrings out of these depending on how you configure the beads, but there those are. So, so pretty. We had our blue tiger eye, crazy cat eye. I love those blue beads. These are really beautiful. You could get 2 earrings out of these too, because this is a long earring. So if you wanted to kind of reconfigure this and get more bang for your buck out of the beads that are included in this kit, you absolutely could. Love that. And then the gold, which go together the exact same way, but are just different beads. Really pretty. And you can see that beautiful egg-shaped bead again, right? So nice. It's just such a beautiful, fun bead. So there are the gold. And last but not least, we had our teardrops that again are just, it's all about that bead. They're just gorgeous. This color doesn't show very well with my hair. I have to pull my hair back. But for those of you who don't have strange red hair, this is a really beautiful, beautiful pair of earrings here. Thanks to Sam. All right, guys, don't forget, I also had those 4 really fun do-it-yourself kits as well at the top of the show. Those don't include the findings, so you really get to be super creative with those. I also had our master maker. I'm sorry, not our master maker, our maker mix. Wow. Wanda, did you just giggle? I heard you giggle. You might have snorted too. Maker mix. And then I also had the 3 mixes. Speaking of mixes, I had the check glass mix, the gemstone mix, which we know is sold out, and the metal mixes. They may be sold out already. If they're all sold out already, I promise, guys, if you did not get a chance to get your hands on those, I will do my absolute best to make some more of those, because they're fun and they really are helping me to condense down and have at my disposal what I really love and what I really want to work with. And I'm getting to share these beads and metal pieces with you guys. I know they'll get a good home and you're going to use them, right? So there you go, guys. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me this Friday for our Feel Good Friday show. I hope that you have enjoyed the Feel Good Friday show today. Guys, don't forget to set your reminders for 1 p.m. on Tuesday. I'll be right back here with you guys on Tuesday for our weekly project. And yeah, that's it for me. Have an amazing rest of your Friday and a great weekend. And I will see you soon. Okay, I love you. Bye, guys.